Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Life of Brian. I am shooting a quick video today with my S2000. It's a cold and dreary day in Houston, so I thought I would just do a quick 5 things I aggressively tolerate about my Honda S2K. And let me know what you guys think. If you agree, disagree, and if you guys have one of these too, what your thoughts are. So I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of YouTubers out there do their, 5 things I hate, 5 things I love, 10 things I hate, that sort of deal. And, no doubt they're entertaining, but I always kind of found them slightly, how should I say, disingenuous. You're standing next to a McLaren F1 and you're trying to say, oh, 5 things I hate about my F1, get out of here. There's nothing you hate about that car. But with other regular cars, there are certain things that you definitely would maybe like to change, or things that you really love. So I want to start off with my S2K, and the first thing I aggressively tolerate about my S2000 is this hardtop. I love the hardtop, especially on this car. Now the cars did not come obviously with the hardtop; they came OEM with the soft top. This is again, this is an OEM hardtop that Honda made. There are, a lot of aftermarket places that sell these as well. If you Google or you go on eBay, and they're definitely less expensive than the Honda versions. But this one again is a Honda OEM hardtop specifically for the S2000. And when I was looking, they were not very easy to find. Actually, they were super expensive. I think a couple grand for sure, maybe even more than that, maybe close to $3 grand. A couple of places, were saying they had to ship from London or somewhere in Europe. But I really like the look of the hardtop, how it gives the lines of the car and the profile, the side profile, as opposed to with the typical soft top look. Also, it cuts down on wind noise. The S2000 is a super noisy car inside to drive, especially with the soft top. You're definitely not going to have any phone conversations, and you're going to be basically screaming at your passenger. But that hard top definitely cuts down on the noise, and obviously makes the car a bit safer in terms of structural rigidity. Obviously, if you roll over, you're going to have at least something more than a soft canvas top or whatever to try to save your head. So that's the first thing I aggressively tolerate about my S2K. The second thing I aggressively tolerate about my S2000, guys, is the long hood. I really think, this is a beautiful car. It's beautiful in a different way from, say the RX-7 or even the NSX. Some people don't really like the look of the S2K. I do, and it's actually something that's grown on me. I used to not really like the look of these cars. Especially when they came out, I was kind of like, I don't really know about the proportions. The back's kind of short, and the hood's kind of long, but it's really grown on me. And that's the second thing I really like about this car. It's, you see these coming down the road, you immediately know it's an S2K just by looking at the hood, kind of the snout, the nose of it, if you will, driving past you or coming towards you. So that's something that's really grown on me, and I really like the look of it. Okay, the third thing I aggressively tolerate about my S2K, guys, is the shifter. Now, a lot of people, I think, it's a good shifter, don't get me wrong, but I think a lot of people are like, it's the greatest thing ever, it's better than NSX, it's better than a gated Ferrari, I wouldn't, or better than an F1, I wouldn't go that far, guys. It's a little notchy to me. I prefer the NSX, first generation, obviously, because second gen doesn't have any sticks. Prefer my BMW 1M, prefer my R8. What else? Obviously my Ford GT. But it's a good shifter. I like the knob on it. It gives it, it kind of fits really nicely in your hand. Let me kind of give you guys a sense here. That's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then sixth, and then reverses all the way over to the right. But it's fun to shift in this car, but again, it's that's why I put it number 3. I like it. It's a good shifter. It is nice to shift. It feels good in the hand. I think it is a tad overrated among enthusiasts, just my opinion. But I also like the look of it, the knob, and again how it kind of just the overall look and feel of the shifter. I really like as well. The fourth thing, guys, I aggressively tolerate about my S2K is the, I'm sure you guys have seen, it's pretty ubiquitous on YouTube, but depending on your age, this, what do you call it? This little meter thingamajiggy, 80s, 90s style, depending on, again, what your age is and kind of how you relate to it. But I think it's cool. It's kind of retro-y. A lot of cars don't have that, but you know, I think it's a nice little quirk. You know, they could have just done like a simple little, you know, stick thingy or, you know, meter that most cars have. But, you know, I think that's a really nice touch. And again, the fourth thing that I aggressively tolerate about the S2K. The fifth thing I really like about the S2K, guys, or I'm sorry, I aggressively tolerate, is this little cover that hides your stereo. Now, of course, you know, it's not actually, this isn't like a theft deterrent or anything, guys. I mean, obviously anyone who's looking is like, oh, look at all these things. I mean, clearly you're supposed to press that and, oh, look, there's your radio. But anyone who's stealing this right now in 2023 has other issues. So I think, you know, but it gives the car a nice clean look. It's, as Doug Demure would say, kind of quirky. And actually, I would say it's a tie between that, for me, and this right here, which is kind of, I actually think I've locked it. Yeah, I think I've locked it, actually. No, I haven't, actually. This little top compartment here that you can put like a Twinkie or a credit card or like a hidden, something hidden that, you know, would take someone about 2 seconds to find. But again, it's a kind of fun little quirky hidden compartment. So I think that would be a tie with the cover plate thing for the stereo as my fifth thing that I aggressively tolerate on the S2K. The sixth thing that I aggressively tolerate, guys, and I know I said 5 things, but, you know, it's my video, so I'm gonna cheat. That kind of occurred to me just as I was about to close out the video, is I really like the way all of the controls are literally like inches from your fingertips. You know, if you want to change the radio station, the volume, mute, start button, change the channel, or on this side, you know, your climate control, it's literally, you don't have to take your hand off the wheel, you don't have to go down here, you don't have to go down here, it's literally fingertips away. You know, and obviously if you're, you know, racing the car, tracking the car, obviously you're just completely driver focused on the road. The less you have to take your eyes off, the better. But I really, a lot of cars, and several cars that I have are kind of laid out pretty similarly, like the Supra, the RX-7 come to mind for sure, where, you know, it's everything's driver oriented. But this is like even to an extreme where you're literally not even having to move your hand, and you can kind of basically control everything that you need, which is, again, climate control and your radio. And I think that's something else that's really cool about this car. And not only that, but, you know, a lot of cars say they're kind of, you know, that was their aim or that was their goal, but the S2K definitely actually knocked that out of the ballpark and accomplished that. So just to close, guys, again, those are the 5, 6 things I aggressively tolerate about my Honda S2000. This is a 2008. Really like the car. Something that I think a lot of people would have mentioned, but I didn't, was the engine, ironically enough. You know, the VTEC. Again, these engines, you have to really wring out. You have to kind of push it all the way to the power band in order to get the power. So as people will say, it sounds like the engine's about to explode, or, you know, something's about to explode on the car. But hey, you know, that's VTEC. That's where the power band is. You have to really wring it out and get it, you know, above, you know, 6,500, 7,000 RPM. I don't really like driving my cars like that. So typically I'm not in the power band. I'm basically driving this car. I know this is blasphemous, sacrilegious. I'm typically driving this, again, not in the power band. And, you know, people are probably like, hey, why do you have an S2K? You're just driving like a Civic. I just don't like to wring it out. I know it doesn't do anything to the car. It's good for the car, good for the engine, but maybe I'm lazy. I don't like putting my foot on the pedal that long. I like instant gratification. So that's the one thing that actually is not on my 5 things I aggressively tolerate. That actually might be on my list of 5 things I aggressively oppose about the S2000. But again, I know I'm in the minority about that. But just want to let you guys know why that's not on my list. But I hope you guys liked the video. Again, this is a short one. It's a cold, rainy day. I'm not really going to take the car out. I'll do a longer video next time. But hope you guys enjoy the video. Like and subscribe. Support the channel. Hope to see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.